I'll be explaining how to do question 12 on page 234. And the question is, the points indicated on the graph shown represent the x-intercepts and the maximum and minimum values. So first, it asks you to determine the coordinates of points B, C, D, and E if you're given this equation. So to understand how to do this question, we must know that the points that are important on this graph. Y equals 3 sine 2x. So first we know that the amplitude is 3. Therefore, we know that the maximum is 3 and the minimum is -3 because there are no vertical shifts or horizontal shifts. And we know that this number is B. B is 2. And this number helps determine what the P is, which is the period, or the T. So period is 2 pi divided by the absolute value of B. So this will give you pi. This is our period. So it's a shortened period. Usually a period is 2 pi, but now it's only pi. So now we draw the graph. This is 3 and this is -3. Then we have this is 2 pi and this is pi. And we want to divide it into 4 quadrants, our period. Like that. Okay, so we know that a sine graph looks like this. So we know that it first starts from here. Because it says A has coordinates of 0 and 0. So A is right here, 0, 0. So then the next point is here, next point is here. Then at the bottom, because this is the minimum point, and this is back to the middle. So now we have, this is A, B, C, D, and E. So B's coordinates are pi over 4, because it's right here, pi over 4, and 3. And C's coordinates are pi over 2 and 0. This is pi over 2. And this is 3 pi over 4. So D is 3 pi over 4 and -3. E is pi and 0. Okay, so the next question asks, determine the coordinates of points C, D, E, and F. C, D, E, and F, if this is the equation. Y equals 2 cosine x, and B has the coordinates of 0 and 2. So first, we want to draw this. Oh no, first we have to find what the amplitude is. It is 2, so then the maximum is 2 and the minimum is 2 because there are no vertical shifts and horizontal shifts. And the B is 1 in this case. So then we know that the period, using the equation, is 2 pi over 1, which is still 2 pi. So now we draw the graph. This is 2, the maximum, and this is -2, the minimum. And we split this into 4 quadrants. This is 2 pi, and this is pi. So we know that a cosine graph looks like this. So first, this is the maximum point. Comes to here, comes to the middle, down to the minimum, comes back to the middle, and comes to the maximum again. Should look like this. So it asks you if B has coordinates of 0, 2. So B is this. This is 0, 2. So we need to find points C, D, E, and F. Point C is in the middle, should be this one. This is point C. This should be pi over 2 and 0. And D should be this one. This is pi and negative 2. And E is this one. This is 3 pi over 2 and 0. And F is 2 pi and 2. Now we have the points. The next one asks, determine the coordinates of the points B, C, D, E if this is the equation. Y equals sine 1/2 x. And A has the coordinates of negative 4 pi and 0. So first, we look at this, we look at A. This is A. And if A is negative 4 pi and 0, we must start to the left of the x and y axis. So we have a graph here. I'm just going to extend it like that. And we know that the amplitude is 1. And the vertical shift is none. Horizontal shift is none. And we have the B as 1/2. So this is the horizontal expansion factor. Because P period is expanded, 2 pi over B, which is 2 pi over 1 over 2, which gives you 4 pi. Once you have 4 pi, you know that the period is extended. Let's mark it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have negative 4 pi right here. And this should be 1, 2, 3, 4. Negative pi. Negative 2 pi. 1, 2, 3, 4. And negative 3 pi. Okay. So because we know that the amplitude is 1. Sorry, the other video got cut off. So continue to labeling our axis. This is our y-axis. And we're going to label this 1 and this negative 1, just so that it's clearer to see. So we know that a sine graph looks like this. So we have extended it to the left. So it starts from here. This is the starting point, and we have to divide our period into 4 quadrants. So it should be like this. So it starts here, goes up to here, goes down to the middle, goes down to the minimum, goes up to the starting point again. So now we have our graph. So the question asks to determine the points B, C, and D. B is here. This point is negative 3 pi, 1. And C is here. This point is 2 pi and 0. And D is here. This is negative pi and negative 1. And E finally is here. This is 0, 0. So now we have all our coordinates.